guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning back in. Thank you so much for sharing my journey with me and allowing me to share your journey with you. And I am super excited about today's conversation. It's about negative self-talk. So if you want to learn a little more about negative self-talk and you want some tips and tricks on how to combat that, stay tuned. So negative self-talk could be really tricky. It's pretty insidious. Like, you may not always hear the negative things that your mind is saying about you, but it can manifest in your behaviors and your actions. Very tricky. And when I say that, think about this. Have you ever had an opinion about something or concerns about something at work or at school, but you don't express it? For some reason, something in you is saying, like, no, like, let's not even dare express ourselves. Or have you ever had like a dream or been really passionate about something, but for some reason, like, every time it's time to take that first step, there's this deep sense of hesitation and you end up just like never actually going for it? Or, have you ever second guessed yourself about anything? Like, every time like you want to do something, you're like, is this a good idea? Is this a bad idea? Always second guessing yourself. That actually may be due to the negative self-talk that's going on in your head. And when I say negative self-talk, sometimes it could be things like, well, I'm not good enough. My opinion doesn't matter. What I say doesn't matter. I'm dumb. I'm stupid. Like, who's going to care about what I have to say? Like, I'm not important. Like, what I feel and what I value is not important. Like, all those things that we would never say to anybody else, we constantly say to ourselves every day. Oftentimes, we don't even know about it. Super crazy. And, for a very long time, like, I've definitely struggled with negative self-talk. I didn't really know what was going on. As I'm saying, it's pretty insidious, but like in class, it was rare that I spoke up. In small groups, like, I wouldn't voice my opinions. In my relationships, whether it's a romantic relationship or it's familial relationship or friendship, whatever, like, I would hold back and, I wouldn't want to say how I feel or what I felt. Even like when I first started my YouTube channel, like, I started it and then I stopped because I'm like, well, why does anybody want to watch me? Like who the hell cares? Like, why me? Like, it's really crazy. Like, even like as I'm talking to you now, I can hear it in my head, like, well, like, whatever, like, nobody's gonna watch this, no one cares, like, you're not helpful, like, you sound crazy, like, you don't know what you're talking about. So it's kind of like this tape recorder always going on in your subconscious. And again, like, it manifests in our behaviors, and oftentimes it inhibits us from living to our fullest potential. So if you want to combat that negative self-talk and prevent it from allowing you to live your fullest potential, here are some tips and some tricks that have been very helpful for me. So one, therapy. I said this in my other video, video about anxiety, but I guess you can kind of see that I'm a huge proponent for therapy. I think it's amazing. I think it's awesome because I feel like it helps you get to the root cause of an issue, and it allows you, and if you get to the root cause of an issue, that's how you fix it. Oftentimes, like, we do like surface level fixing, and it kind of just puts a Band-Aid over it for the time being, but it doesn't really heal that wound. So with therapy, and again, it doesn't matter what kind of therapy you do, whether there's a therapist, a mental health counselor, a psychologist, a psychiatrist, whatever is most beneficial to you, you can get to those underlying causes. Like, okay, why do I feel these things about myself? what's really, really, really going on deep inside that I haven't worked on? And I know when I started doing the work, again, like I didn't hear the voices. I didn't hear the voices, but again, like I was very reserved. I didn't speak up much. I didn't think that my opinion would matter. So I was just like, I thought that I was always going to be wrong. People were going to think I'm dumb and people were going to talk about me. So I just never really spoke up. The more I do the work and the more that I, heal a lot of the traumas that I have been through and I learned to love myself, it's strange because now I can actually hear the voices. I can actually hear, parts of my brain saying, Saida, like, you're dumb. Like, I've literally heard, like, my brain say, you're so stupid. Like, you're so dumb. Like, no one cares what you have to say. And strangely enough, or oddly enough, I'm kind of glad that I can hear it now because then I can stop it in its track. Like if I hear it, I'm like, okay, no, that's not true. Like that's not true. That's not where we're going. And I can take a step back and then I can, prevent myself from going down that talk of negativity about myself. It's crazy. So definitely seek some type of mental health counseling, some type of, therapy, anything, just so you can get to the real root cause. Because if you can't get to the root cause, it's going to be really, really hard to combat that negative self-talk. Number 2, I am affirmations. It seems really, really subtle, but once you start to reaffirm yourself every day, even if it's for like literally 3 seconds, I'm smart, I'm intelligent, I'm beautiful, I'm worthy. You say that to yourself every morning for even like a week. Like you literally start to see a shift. And you shift from these negative thoughts that you have about yourself to these positive, enlightening, fulfilling, thoughts about yourself. And, sometimes, like it's definitely a good practice. So even saying it every morning, like I have like a sticky note on my mirror in my bathroom that literally says, I am affirmations. And as soon as I get out of bed and I brush my teeth, I literally repeat it 5 seconds. I am worthy. I am valuable. I am intelligent. I am resilient. I am powerful. And literally, it seems so small, but honestly, the more you say it, the more of a shift that you will see in your actions and behaviors, because you're shifting that negativity, those negative connotations that you have about yourself to something positive and enlightening. So I am affirmation, guys. Super, super, super helpful. 3, do not say unkind things to yourself. And I know it sounds like pretty like obvious and you're like, what the hell? No one says that, but it's crazy. Like, just think about it. Have you ever like left something or like forgot to do something? You go, oh, I'm so stupid. Or you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, oh, I'm so fat. And granted, we may think that doesn't really have an effect on us, but actually what that's doing is it's programming these negative thoughts and like this negativity about ourselves in our mind. And a lot of the unhealed trauma that we haven't dealt with has already kind of imprinted these negative thoughts that we have about ourselves. And the more that we say things that are unkind to ourselves, like I'm so stupid and I'm so fat and what was I thinking and I'm so dumb, we're reinforcing those negative notions that were ingrained in us. So I know it sounds very, very simple, but try not to say things like, oh my God, I'm so dumb. Oh my God, I'm so fat. Understand that you're a work in progress and we're all works in progress and you will make mistakes and things will happen, but it does not mean that you're stupid or you're dumb or you're not worthy or any of those things that you might say to yourself. So be careful what you reinforce and what you say about yourself. Okay, 4, meditate. And meditation, it's not tricky. Well, it could be tricky in the beginning, because when you start to sit quiet, you know, and like get in touch with yourself, your body is like, this is weird. Like, we're so used to running around and doing 5,000 things at once. And then now your body's like, we're sitting. And then all of a sudden, everything, all thoughts just start to rush in and flood in. And now you're thinking about what you have to do. You're thinking about all this other stuff. But what also happens in meditation is you start to hear the negativity that's going on in your mind. Again, like I was saying before, sometimes this negative self-talk can be super insidious, and we may not even know that it's going on. But when we're quiet and we're being mindful, you can hear it. And sometimes it might even catch you off guard, like, oh my gosh, like, do I really feel that way about myself? And then you're like, wow, I didn't know I felt that way. I didn't know that was in there. So when you meditate, you know, it's helpful. You start to work through and understand where this may be coming from. Again, you have to go deep. You have to really, really figure out what's really going on so that we can fix it. So meditation is very, very, very helpful. So number 5, write. Recently, I've gotten into the habit of writing love letters to myself weekly. I find that it really forces me to be intentional with my positive self-talk. And, you know, it helps combat like the negativity that's going on in my head and my subconscious that I don't often know about. So in these love letters, you can write your I am affirmations. You can, you know, write about how much progress you have made throughout the week or even the day. It could be small, even something as small as, wow, I really wanted Cold Stone, but I didn't get it. I was strong. You know, I really wanted that Snicker, but I didn't get it. I was really, really strong. So, you know, just writing positive things about yourself. And, you know, so often we get stuck and we get pulled into the negativity that's going on out in this crazy world. So it's super important that we become intentional about filling ourselves up with love and filling ourselves up with positivity, and just reminding yourself that, you know, you're that bitch, you know, just reminding yourself that you're the shit, you know. So write letters to yourself. Journaling too. I also, you know, journaling is very helpful. And you know, these things don't have to be really long. Like, it can literally take you 2 minutes. All you have to do is write down, you know, I'm so proud of myself because, you know, like, I didn't curse sis out, but she really deserved it. You know, like any little thing just to fill yourself up. And, you know, these things are really, really small, but it's often the small things that make the biggest changes. So that's it, you guys. I hope this video was super helpful. And, you know, if you guys have any tips or anything that you use in order to, you know, help you work through your negative self-talk, please do not hesitate to comment below. Any comment, any tip, you never know who you could help. So thank you guys so much for tuning back in. And if you haven't watched my other videos, I really feel like you should. No, just joking. But I'll link my other videos below. And please don't forget to subscribe and to like, and I will catch you guys on my next video. Bye, guys.